guys, so today we're going to be talking all about curly hair and curly hair growth. So if that's something you're interested in, then please keep watching. So to start off, I've always had really curly, really thick hair. I never really knew how to take care of it. When I was a kid, my mom would do it. It was always just very fluffy, not really much curl pattern or definition, always up in like a bun or a braid or something like that. There was the infamous bangs, and bangs with curly hair, I mean, you gotta be careful. So didn't really take care of those. My hair looked kind of funky. And then I started getting older, getting into teenager, preteen time, and I would always keep my hair up in a bun. Always. It was never anything else. It was always in a very slick, high bun for years. Years and years and years. And I'd slather it with hairspray, and then that's just how it stayed. I didn't like frizz. I didn't like my hair being so big. I didn't like being different. Hindsight, I love my hair now, but back then, just without the knowledge, without the experience, I hated it. So it stayed up in a bun, and that's how it stayed for years. And then I progressed to a ponytail. I was like, okay, I could do a ponytail. It's a little bit of, puffiness, whatever. So I'd have it in a ponytail, that or a bun. I would alternate between those things, and that's for another couple of years. Meanwhile, I always used just like herbal essences, never deep conditioned, just whatever products there was, pretty much. So I got a little older. I was about 17, 18, and I started wanting to put my hair down, but I hated frizz, was totally against frizz. So I would slather gel and hairspray in my hair. Herbal essences, gel, and hairspray, and that's what I used. I got the extreme hold, like the biggest hold that you could use. So I would put that in, and my hair would be flat. It would look wet, super, super crunchy. I didn't know about scrunching out the crunch or anything like that. And that's how I wore my hair for a long, long time. That was for another couple years. Still wasn't really deep conditioning, didn't know anything about it. YouTube wasn't really a thing like that. And yeah, so I did that for a couple years, and I started to embrace my hair a little more, although I still hated the frizz. And then I started dabbling in a few other products. There was like Garnier Fructis. It was like Live Free or something like that. It was like their clean version. And it was like a gel cream. But so I started using that, and it didn't leave my hair frizzy or anything at all. So I started using that, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It opened my eyes, and I started dabbling in other things, and I started realizing I could put other stuff in my hair. It was like their clean version, and it was like a gel cream. But so I started using that, and it didn't leave my hair frizzy or anything at all. So I started using that, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It opened my eyes, and I started dabbling in other things, and I started realizing I could put other stuff in my hair that wasn't going to make it super crunchy and dry it out, and I would still could have a frizz-free look. So, okay, during this time, probably when I was 15, so I used to have hair down to my butt. Curly. It was almost down to my butt. I wanted to get a haircut, so my mom took me to Kappa School of Hairstyling or whatever. Needless to say, they had no experience doing my hair. They were students to begin with. And so what the lady did was pulled my hair down and cut it. And when it, dried and shrunk up, it ended up being over my shoulder. And then she tried blow drying it straight, and she did that for like 2 hours, and my hair was a puffball by the time I left. Needless to say, that was a horrible experience, and I didn't get my hair cut after that. So fast forward 10, 15 years, I never got my hair cut once. So, and it never grew. That's just how it was. So back to now, I started dabbling in the YouTube world, the curly hair world. Glam Twins, they really got me in on a lot of different things and how to take care of your hair. And so I started really getting involved with it. This was probably, what, 4 years ago maybe? So I started doing that, started deep conditioning my hair, taking care of my hair more. And then finally, I went and got a Diva Cut. My Diva Cut was 2 years ago, like not this past September, the September before that. And I got the dry cut, and it made, I got like my hair was healthy because by this time I had been taking care of it, but I hadn't had a cut in years, and I was terrified. I was terrified all my hair was going to be gone. So she did cut off probably a good inch, but then when it shrunk up, it looked like it was a lot more. So it ended up coming up to about here. But it was very healthy. It was very healthy. It was very defined. And by this time in my hair journey, I knew that that was okay, and I was okay with it. I was okay with the frizz. I was embracing my curls. I loved them. Yeah, I got that haircut. I started going with Curly Girl friendly products with no silicones, no sulfates, no parabens. The Diva Curl products I used a lot. Maui Moisture, those ones were good. Shea Moisture, and like Briogeo. I did a lot of Briogeo too. So I used a lot of those products for the next 5 to 6 months. And within that time, started doing oil treatments for my hair as well, deep conditioning regularly. And my hair grew probably, well, I got my hair, you'll see in the picture that I put up on the screen, I got my hair colored as well. I got Pintura highlights. So if you can see in my hair now, what the highlights are about right there, you can see how it's grown in. And I haven't gotten it colored since then, you could tell. And that's about how much it's grown in the last year and a half. So about 4 or 5 inches in the last year and a half, my hair has grown, just by getting that cut and by taking care of it. So what I did, when I got that Diva Cut and I was just taking care of my hair, I used the Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore Leave-In Conditioner. So I would do like the oil treatment. I would leave that in overnight, and then I would deep condition the next day, like shampoo that out, deep condition the next day, and then use this. And literally for probably about a month, I just put this in and then put my hair up in a bun. I didn't style it. I didn't manipulate it. I detangled it and put that in, and that's it. I didn't leave it down. I didn't do anything, protective styling, I guess you could call it. And I did that for about a month, and my hair grew like a good inch or two just in that month alone. I mean, that's a really great product. And then plus the protective hair styling really helped to do that. So like I said, I just kept on with all of those things, and now it's, 4 or 5 inches longer. So I am going to have a video following this one that shows my oil treatment and deep conditioning routine. It's not going to be in this video because it's going to be super, super long, but I want to just outline the things that I used in my oil treatment. These things are important, and these are things that you can add maybe to conditioner or just to your scalp just to give it a little extra boost. So the oil treatment that I use, I made a homemade one. I just thought it was easier and simpler and way cheaper. So I use coconut oil. I mean, what can't coconut oil do? It's amazing. Coconut oil moisturizes, it penetrates the hair shaft very deeply, and that protects against damage. So it's one of the only oils that does that actually penetrates the hair shaft. So it's a very good oil to have in any of your hair arsenal products. I did use olive oil or extra virgin olive oil. I use extra virgin, and this is also a conditioning oil. So it protects your hair and strengthens it as well. So this is another one that just penetrates the hair shaft. One of the only two that actually does do that. And so these two strengthen it from the inside out so that it's able to absorb more ingredients, and whatever you put on and in the hair, it better penetrates it. So, and the olive oil also has anti-itching properties, which is really great if you suffer from dandruff and whatnot. And it just helps to condition the scalp and the hair. I also use amla oil. This oil, it's the fruit of an Indian gooseberry tree. It's green in color and smells like really, really, really strong, but it is absolutely amazing. One of the best oils for hair growth out there. It contains fatty acids to strengthen, condition, and promote hair growth. So this is going to penetrate the hair. This is going to penetrate into the scalp. It's going to protect and coat and condition and strengthen that hair for very soft and manageable hair. So those are the 3 oils that I use. Now you could use anything. When I first started, I did add argan oil. My hair loves argan oil, so you can mix that out. Like I didn't use olive oil and I had the argan oil in there instead. So, or you could just add it in there too. You can really be versatile with what you use, because there's so many different benefits with all of the different oils. And then the next 2 things are essential oil. So cedarwood, I put in it. This stimulates hair follicles by increasing circulation to the scalp. So I put this concoction on my scalp and the length, but mostly on my scalp, and massage it in. And so this is stimulating hair growth right at the scalp. When you have a healthy scalp, then your hair grows more and your hair is going to be healthier. So healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp. Cedarwood is an amazing essential oil for that. And then I use tea tree oil. So tea tree oil cleanses the scalp by unclogging the pores so that new growth can happen. So a lot of the time we'll get product buildup. You'll hear people talk about that. Dirt, whatever. If you're not cleansing your scalp properly, then there can be problems and your hair, your pores can be clogged. So the tea tree in there helps to unclog the pores and really open that up, and so that the other oils can penetrate that deeply, getting all the nutrients in there, and then your hair is able to grow properly. And then another one, I didn't add it this time, but I add sometimes is rosemary oil, so essential oil. So this increases your cellular metabolism that stimulates hair growth. So that's another one that just stimulates hair growth, and it's amazing what essential oils can do and what just like regular oils can do. And I always think like all of the benefits that this has topically on us, imagine all of them that we're putting in our body, what it's doing to the inside and the benefits to that. So yes, that is my curly hair growth journey. I hope that you learned something from this. And please feel free to ask me any questions. If I missed anything, if you want me to go into more detail on anything, let me know down below, and I can make another video or more videos about it. If you need help with anything, just let me know. I will have all of the products that I use linked down below in the description box, and that'll help you out. So with that being said, thank you for coming back for another video, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.